I'm Phil Brock. This is Brock on Your Block, and I'm standing in a parking lot. I'm at the corner of 5th and Arizona, and I'm looking south. This is all city-owned land, and the question is, what will this land become? You know, I grew up in Santa Monica. This parking lot used to be the parking lot for Santa Monica Bank. The best hamburgers in Santa Monica used to be located right there. A two-person shack called Snacks, 5th Avenue. At Christmas time, this is our city's ice skating ring. Bank of America is over there. Another bank, Citibank, is down the street a little bit. Carlson's and a pawn shop used to be directly behind me. There are proposed plans to put a 12-story high-rise on this site. 3 stories of underground parking. So the question to the residents of this city, is it better to have a high-rise here, or would it be better to have a public park? I'm standing with one of my old friends, John C. Smith.
Hey Phil, how you doing?
And John is my successor as chair of the Recreation and Parks Commission. He is an old friend, but more importantly, he is dedicated to the health and welfare of Santa Monica's residents. John, we're staying on a spot that could become a 12-story high-rise, or it could become
A park, a 3-acre park. And you know, Santa Monica, if you look at the downtown community plan right now, the map of Santa Monica, there is no public park. This land was paid for with $100 million of public funds, and it's in the heart of our city. It's kind of interesting the city council would put the same thing that any developer would want to put here. We have enough hotels. What we don't have is a park in the heart of our city.
So this could become our central park in Santa Monica, and it's not expensive to build. Almost every city you go to in the world has a great public square.
You know, I was just in Boston, and they have the Boston Common. In New York City, they have Bryant Park, and that's about 6 acres. And the downtown community plan is to create these little parklets, these spots of open space with private entities. Hope is not a strategy. You can't hope that you're going to get park space out of private entities. The only way to do it, and the best way to do it, is on public land that was paid for by public money in the heart of our city.
City council, everyone keeps saying, wow, we need more public parking downtown. We can put a 12-story building here. And yet those 2,000 employees, if you add more people, you're adding more congestion, you're adding more traffic, and we'll never get a chance in Santa Monica to do open space in the midst of our downtown again.
Well, we only have this one spot, taxpayer money. It's a once in a lifetime. This is the only chance we're going to have to create a park in the middle of our city for generations to come. And if you talk about wellness, you talk about what do people want, how to, you know, the downtown community plan. We have downtown, it's a plan, where's the community? I don't see it. And I really think that the council needs to rethink its plans. We have enough hotel space. What we don't have enough is park space in Santa Monica.
Underground parking costs so much. If you eliminate underground parking and you create a pleasant plaza in the midst of Santa Monica, we'll have that here for the next 100, 200, 300 years. As we say about trees, we're never planting trees for us. We're planting those seedlings for future generations. This will ease people's lives in Santa Monica. You've heard it here. John C. Smith, the chair of the Recreation and Parks Commission, person who's dedicated to the health and welfare of the people of the city, wants a park at this site, not a 12-story high-rise. Thank you, John. It's always good to see you.
Thank you, Phil. Take care. Thanks.
I'm standing here with Michelle Modglin, and she is a longtime Santa Monica resident, and you're passionate about...
I would love to see an open park space here. I can envision kids running around, old people sitting and chatting, gossiping, young people flirting. I mean, when I think of great cities that I've been to where they have like a central plaza, it's a place where everybody goes. It's an equalizer for the whole community, and I don't think we really have that here in Santa Monica. I challenge the City Council and the Planning Commission to think progressively, to consider the needs of the people here over the profit. Open spaces create a sense of relaxation. I mean, we have big buildings all around us here. We have lots of noise. We need quiet spaces where people can sit and relax and unwind. The promenade is a focal point, but doesn't really fulfill that need.
I go to Europe a lot, and I've been in Mexico, and the east coast of the United States, where almost every city has a central public square. It doesn't have to be just a quiet park, but there's always that one space in the center of their downtown. This will become the new center of downtown. And shouldn't we have open space?
Definitely, yes. I was sort of envisioning what they have in even cities here in California. In Glendale, there's the Americana. It's a big open grassy space where kids can run around.
And Central Park in Glendale. I was in that Central Park last Saturday, where they have a wonderful art installation about the Armenian genocide. Mm-hmm. And those central parks provide thought, they provide respite, mm-hmm. and they provide places just to breathe.
I think a great central space for a city would include cultural events. I mean, Shakespeare in the Park, art installations.
This 12-story development that's planned is being pursued because it will have a union hotel, it'll have some low-cost housing, and of course something I don't think we need in Santa Monica, that's more office space, especially in our downtown. But it also calls for a 3-story underground parking lot. My theory is that if we don't build the parking lot, that you don't incur the cost, and if you don't incur that cost, you can actually just do a simple green park here.
This is city land. This is our land.
So we own this.
We own this, and I've spoken with so many people, and a park is what people really want here. They don't want more building. A park doesn't preclude some building in the periphery.
The SMART group has talked about using 1 acre of the 2.5 acres for low-cost housing and other buildings, excluding offices, and the other 1.5 acres being our new active public square.
Exactly. I come here in winter and I see the kids in the ice skating rink and they're loving it, and that would be such a shame to not have those spaces.
The city council, we want them to be sensible, mm-hmm. practical, and create green space for future generations here.
Exactly. It's a way to bring people together.
Thank you so much. So good to see you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Okay. Proposed plaza at Santa Monica would be right in the middle of the downtown community plan. It exceeds the height that most residents have said they want in our downtown. And this is city-owned land that was assembled for the express desire to have public space in the midst of our increasingly dense city. Over 14,400 people per square mile, 95,000 residents, 9 million tourists a year, over 150,000 people pour into Santa Monica every weekday morning to go to work. We certainly don't need more office space downtown. You could build a 4-story hotel at the back of this property. You could build 4 stories worth of low-cost housing close to 5th Street. You could put a nice outdoor-indoor restaurant in, and then make this a place to gather, a place that people can just go to slow down from their shopping. We can take Arizona Avenue from 2nd to 5th, add that to the promenade. So now we'll have a gateway right to this park in the center of our city. The farmers markets, which already interrupt the flow of traffic on Arizona 2 times a week, will be added to this wonderful new public space in downtown Santa Monica. We have one chance, and it's your only chance, Santa Monicans. Write to the City Council, call your representatives in Santa Monica, demand that a public park be part of the plan here in downtown Santa Monica. You reduce the cost tremendously by not adding parking. In Santa Monica, we're saying we want you to ride public transit. If we want you to bicycle, we want you to walk through a friendly downtown, then you don't add parking for another 1,500 or 2,000 cars underneath this property. Instead, let's do free public transportation in our downtown. Let's increase the size of the promenade so that it goes east-west on Arizona. And let's come back here 5 years from now and celebrate under a tree and a park bench, have a hot dog, and relax at the new Central Park in downtown Santa Monica. For Brock and Your Block, I'm Phil Brock. I'll see you next time.